bring us two absolute martinis. You know how I like them, straight up. And then precisely 7.5 minutes after that, you're gonna bring us two more. Then 2 more after that every 5 minutes until one of us passes the fuck out.
It's up to each and every one of you, my highly trained Stratonites, my killers who will not take no for an answer. My fucking warriors will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking
Well. GM. G.
To the
M. Morning, my friends. DJs, Diamond Ham fam, Fortune Fuel crew, super soldiers, 1%ers, pioneers, pivoters, pursuers, builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out, and anyone in between. Welcome back, and welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel. Baby.
Woo!
Wow!
Woo!
Wow!
Woo!
Wow! Oh, yeah!
Oh yeah!
That's right, my friends and family. Here we are live in a program where we allow the cream to rise all the way to the top. They thought they were gonna keep me out of the prime time.
Wrong.
They thought these vibes weren't gonna come out to the people. They thought that we weren't gonna show up yet again on another Monday to get it started the right way. But here we are live in prime time, baby. My friends, shout out to you for tuning in. If you don't know, you won't know. I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Sroka. And I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guy, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Speaking of my guy, it wouldn't be this show, this program. It wouldn't be able to start the right way without the one and only Mr. Producer of this fine show, baby. He goes by the name or the moniker of Deezy. You may also know him as Sleazy, the Derek Deezy Snow, D-double-E-Z-double-Y. My man, your guy, what's on and poppin', pimpin'?
Wait, baby!
Ooh! Shout out to the lightweight slanging, iron pumping, bowling ball, bench pressing, best friend of mine. Wouldn't be able to have this show without you. Appreciate you making me look and sound good all morning long and keeping those sounds coming to jar a little laugh or two. Who's to say, who's to know? But my friends, let me be the first to let you know we got one hell of a show on tap.
Another one.
On this magnificent Monday morning. Once again, it is episode 708 of Forge and Fuel, and it is April the 14th, 2025, and I hope you're ready to come alive because we got more motivation, more inspiration, and more good vibration straight direct to you than you're going to know what to do with over the duration of this program. But before we can tap into any vibes, before we can slide into any motivation and inspiration on the opposite side, I must humbly ask you to do a few things. If you can find it in that big old heart of yours to do so this morning, maybe, just maybe, you could take a brief moment to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the Forge and Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on the tube of the U variety, you might as well hit that notification bell right over yonder next directly to the subscribe button so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. And if you're enjoying this morning's program, you might as well hit that like button over in this direction here. That way you can help that algo go and flow on the old tube of the U variety. But maybe you don't like the old YouTube. Maybe you like a little censorship-free platform like me. And if it is the platform for thee, you may find yourself over on the RUMBLE. And if that's the case, baby, maybe you could take a moment to smash that subscribe button, turn on a notification bell, and even crush a like button as well, and help that old algo go and flow on the Rumbell. But maybe you don't like either one of those platforms. Maybe your viewing platform of pleasure also doubles as your everything app, where you find the latest and greatest news and you seek the stone cold truth. Formerly known as the Bird app, now known as the X app. If you are tuning in live in primetime over there this morning, maybe you could take a moment to hit that heart button and like this show. Maybe you could take a moment to smash that repost button and repost this show. And maybe you could even take a moment to crush that quote post button and let the people know on your X timeline why you've decided to tune in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last but certainly not least, if you are listening to this podcast on your favorite podcast directory like Apple, Amazon, or potentially even watching on Spotify, maybe you could take a moment to
give us a follow, leave us a 5-star rating, or in all honesty, just go ahead and smash the shit out of whatever button you see on your screen, as it only helps us continue to grow and flow on all those platforms as well. Nah, man.
Shout out to all you beautiful human beings stepped in, tuned in, locked in live in prime time to episode 708 of Forge and Fuel and have already smashed the shit out of all of those buttons in order to help us go and flow in the algo. But maybe you're tuning in and you're saying, whoa, 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 whoa. Why do I got to hit those buttons? What's the point of me doing that for thee?
Be rude.
Well, first of all, you don't want to be rude, right? You don't want to be seen as a rude individual, do you? Absolutely not. But also maybe this show makes you laugh. Maybe this show makes you cry. Heck, even this show might make you think a couple times and make you go, I ain't never thought of it that way before. Well, if so, don't be a hoe, share the show, be a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know, and we will proceed with this morning's program. That's right, my friends. Here we are officially on episode 708 of Forge and Fuel. Shout out to all you early birds getting it crack-a-lacking. If you have a trigger tripped, have some gears turning, hey, once again, don't be a hoe. Share the show. Tell a friend. Be a friend. Let somebody know. We got to get these vibes out to the people because I just got a feeling there's some negativity rolling out there. There's a lot of bullshit going on in the timeline. So I'm thinking the people need some positivity pushed their way. Who's to say? And I'm telling you what, we got a show. We got a show here. Let me be the first to let you know. So whip your proverbial vehicular life device right into the Forge and Fuel parking lot. Find yourself a spot. We got plenty of them, plenty of room. If you drive one of them big lifted trucks or if you got your tiny little smart car, whatever you got, we got a space for it. All right. No matter what you're doing. If this is your alarm clock, you're still laying in bed. You're not going to sleep out of your eyes. Just hitting that first stretch of the day. Oh, yeah. Maybe you're just getting out of bed, swinging your legs over the edge of that sucker, planting your toes into the ground and beginning to look all around. And you're starting to think of all the things you got to do today and your brain begins to spin. Whoa, hey, settle down. Maybe you're making your bed. Maybe you've already done that. Maybe you're getting ready for the day, picking out your outfit, those tighty-whities and those tube socks, baby. Maybe you're taking a shower. Maybe you're already squeaky clean. Maybe you're pouring up your first cup of Java of the morning. Good morning, Vietnam! Shout out to Robin Williams. Who's to say, who's to know? Cheers to me and cheers to thee. Don't tread on me. Whoo! I'm a poet. Now you really know it. Oh! Oh! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Maybe that's your first cup of Java, or maybe like me, that is number 3. Maybe you've already left your house. Hey, don't worry about what I'm doing over here. I'm highly caffeinated, highly hydrated, highly nicotinated. Who's to say who? And also highly vitaminated. So I am just bing, boom, pop, boom, 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 pow. I mean, it is just like bing, 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 bing. And the lines are just in my brain right now. You don't want this brain. I'm telling you, who's to say, who's to know? Maybe you've already left your house. You're stuck inside your vehicular device, whipping and drifting through that rush hour traffic, going 80 miles an hour down the E-way. Oh. Maybe you're stuck inside the 4 walls of your cubicle. And after this weekend, you're pulling up your email and you're seeing all the things you got to follow up on. And that red light on the desk phone is just flashing there like this. And you're saying, oh my goodness, I have so many doggone voicemails and emails to follow up on. And I got all my Monday tasks. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what to do. My head might pop off my body. If you're feeling a little anxious, feeling a little ahead of your skis, if you will, well, slow down a little bit. Welcome to Forge and Fuel. Let's get that day started the right way. Maybe you're feeling a little funky. Well, hey, we'll get you feeling real right, baby, by the time this sucker's over. So without further ado, my friends, if you don't know, you won't know, but we have a list that we like to complete on this show. A list of only 3 things. And a great man who went by the name of Jim Valvano, may he rest in peace, said that if you do these 3 things, you are guaranteed to have a full day. That is to laugh, to cry, and to think. Now, guaranteed, we're going to make you laugh here momentarily. You for sure are going to think over the duration of this program. Now, we can't tell you how you're going to cry. You may have your emotions move to tears because you're laughing so doggone hard. You may have your emotions move to tears because your gears are turning so fast. Or you may just have your emotions move to tears on both ends of the spectrum. Whatever it might be, get ready for a full day in only 1.5 hours, baby. About an hour and 15 actually from now. So without further ado, let's get into your faux first segment of the day. Not your official first segment of the day. This is where we like to begin. A nice morning laugh, a nice chuckle, a regular old knee slapper, if you will. And if that sounds like something you could use, well, my friends, we don't have one, not two, but 3 morning laughs coming your way. So strap in, tap in, lock in, and let's get this sucker underway. Your first morning laugh, my friends, is simply that, and I think I'm going to start doing this. No prefacing, no, here's what's coming your way, this is what's about to happen. You're just going to have to sit back and enjoy. This one is dedicated to my guy, DEEZYY, and it is your morning laugh number 1, your joke of the day.
If it wasn't clearly illegal, I would give my kids steroids almost immediately. Part of me does feel like I should be allowed to. Other parents are giving their kids hormone blockers. I can admit it. If it wasn't clearly illegal, I would give my kids steroids almost immediately. Part of me does feel like I should be allowed to. Other parents are giving their kids hormone blockers.
I mean, both into the spectrum. You see what happens? You see what happens when you want to start including one group and you want to start doing stupid shit, and then all of a sudden, well, then the other side of the spectrum says, well, if they can, why can't I? You know, do you imagine just a bunch of 6-year-olds, the next generation coming up, just, hey, you know what? We're going to make all these 6-year-olds, instead of affirming these boys thinking that they're girls, or affirming these girls thinking that they're boys, we're just gonna pump them full of tests right at 6 years old, let them know exactly what they are. You just got these veined out, juiced up little 6-year-olds just running around. I want to fuck something. Just 6 years old. Just yeah, buddy. Picking up anything they can find, putting it down, picking it up, putting it down. I mean, you already know how crazy children are. Them little dudes from 6 to 10. Oh, shit. You give them some tests, put them in a gym. Oh, boy, I tell you what, China would never fuck with us again. They think they done did the right thing, teaching their kids how to break down and reload and unload weapons in the old school system. Oh, we just pumped our kids full of tests. They got literal armor. Their body is armor. Go ahead and shoot them. It's just going to bounce right off of them. I mean, they literally are men and women made of steel. Hey, you got my vote. Who's to say, who's to know? Morning laugh number 1, my friends. Your morning laugh number 2. I'm sorry in advance. This here, my friends, is just a subtle reminder on why no helicopter penar. Morning laugh number 2.
Helicoptering my penar as normal when suddenly penar fly off, bounce off of the wall and land in the garbage disposal. Now I have no arms and no penar. I was helicoptering my penar as normal when suddenly penar fly off, bounce off of the wall and land in the garbage disposal. Now I have no arms and no penar. I was helicoptering my penar as normal when suddenly penar fly off, bounce off of the wall and land in the garbage disposal. Now I have no arms and no penar.
Bombocat!
I'm sorry. I told you I'm sorry. just sit back. Oh, that look on that cat's face. I was sitting back helicoptering my peanut as usual. Now I have no arms and no penar. Who's to say? Who's to know? So if you needed a reminder to not helicopter your penar, there it is. Maybe you just might get to helicopter and then all of a sudden you look down and now you ain't got no arms or no penar. Who's to say? Oh shit! I'm sorry. Your third morning laugh of this fine morning show features that old website. We've had it on this program a time or two. Omegle, that chatting website, video chat, where you can go next to next to next, and then sometimes you just find a good one. And this here, my friends, whoo, morning laugh number 3. Eyebrows.
Yeah, let's go. Holy fucking eyebrows.
Super sound. Okay, well, I want to.
Holy, yo, girl, hey, wait, girl, where the fuck your eyebrows go, girl? What the fuck?
I shaved them off in a manic episode.
Yeah, why don't you say?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I actually shaved all my hair off. It's growing back now.
Oh, holy fucking shit!
Yeah.
Yo. Hey, good morning.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Oh shit! Oh, shit. He couldn't stop laughing. Oh shit! Hey girl, where'd your eyebrows go? Oh well, apparently Brittany's not the only one. Apparently there's other young ladies.
Emotional damage.
Pneumanic episode? Is that what she said? I don't even know what pneumanic means. What the fudge does pneumanic mean? What is a pneumanic? What is a pneumanic episode? This shit they can't even tell me. Here we go. A pneumanic episode having an abnormally breaking. A pneumanic episode is having an abnormally high level of activity or energy, feeling extremely happy or excited, even euphoric. Wait, that's not right. That's mania. A manic episode? Pneumanic? What the fuck is pneumanic? Maybe I spelled. Oh, it says. I said the word new space manic. Okay, maybe it's in you. Pneumanic? I think she made that shit up, is what I think she did. I don't. A manic episode is a period of abnormally elevated, expansive, or irritable mood and activity levels that last for at least 1 week. Whoa, according to the American Psychiatric Association. Well, they do such a great job at their jobs. You know, they're just absolutely killing it over there. It's a key symptom of bipolar disorder.
It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
And can significantly impact daily life. Apparently, it'll make you shave half your fucking eyebrows off. It just, one day you wake up, say, I don't need hair anymore. You know, I never had one of those happen. Who's to say, who's to know? However, my friends, there are your 1, 2, and 3 morning laughs of episode 708 on this fine morning show. I've been seeing that chat going and flowing, looking like we tickled a couple funny bones over there. Shout out to all of you. Here's your reminder: if you are live in prime time, not watching the recording, but if you are live, whether you're on X, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Rumble, we do have the live chat open for each and every one of you. So if you've got something burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering way deep down on the soul over the duration of this show, and you just got to get it out in the world, well, we got that live chat for you. Whether it's some knowledge, some insight, some perspective, an additional question on something we covered, or something way out in left field, it does not matter. Pop it in there. And on the third and final segment of the day, we'll hop into that live chat wherever it might be on your screen, baby, and we'll see what you have got to say. But speaking of segments, it appears to me, and I'm sure some of thee, that it is time to officially get this show going. Your first segment of the day is rapidly about to be underway, so get out those battle weapons. We haven't seen you for a few days. Saturday and Sunday, you had to figure out this thing called life all by yourself. Well, now, not no more. You got a group of humming beans that are going to help you file that bad boy down once more and get you out on the Monday battlefield and ready to slay and fillet all those obstacles and turn them right into opportunities, baby. English is just a little bit hard. Need a little bit more water. I think I'll be good and fix my posture. Hopefully I don't keep having these slips all morning long. We'll see what happens as we carry on and we get into your first official segment of the day as the first arrow of the morning comes your way in your sharpening session. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time on episode 708 of Forge and Fuel on your first segment of the day, your sharpening session. And I need a little heat up. Let me do a little, woo! Watch out. A little heat up on the Java real quick, as I will need a little bit of this. Oh, yeah. I just read no helicopter PNAR on the agenda.
Bruh.
There's your new one, kids. Who's to say, who's to know? I was hearing around town, here, there, and everywhere. And there's another one. I was There's another one for you to use. Who's to say, who's to know? You can use that one. And I was hearing around town that "don't be asshole" was a very popular phrase over the course of this weekend. Who's to say, who's to know? However, my friends, here we are. Get me centered up. Back here live on the show for your first official segment of the day and your opening topic, baby. You may have not read the title of the show, so you don't know where I'm about to go. You may have not seen the thumbnail of the day, so you got no clue what I'm about to say. So before I conversate, allow me to get you all the way up to date on the opening topic this morning of problem or privilege. Problem or privilege. And this morning, my friends, I wanted to dive down a very specific rabbit hole, a rabbit hole that we have talked about many times here on this show. Matter of fact, I think we talked about it a little bit last week in the form of adversity. And adversity, my friends, comes in all shapes, sizes, durations, everything in between. We all inevitably have to deal with it. But I asked you this morning, is adversity a problem or is it a privilege? And in order to begin diving down this rabbit hole, we got to watch a short little video here. Not a clip. This one's about 2.5 minutes long. And it is actually from Saturday night. Shout out to Mama Bear. Mama Capp came and visited me this weekend. We had a little mama and son time. Good stuff as always. And I convinced her to watch the fights with me on Saturday night. She usually only makes it about through the preliminary card, and then I'm left to watch the main card all by myself. Well, I will tell you, friends and family, that somebody made it all the way through the main event. And yes, absolutely, 12 o'clock at night, I couldn't believe it. Usually she is horizontal Mama Capp at that point in time. But no, she wasn't. And as we watch the main event come to a conclusion and the decision happens, we listen to the great Alexander Volkanovski give a post-fight speech that was packed with power, emotion, and energy, and spoke directly to some things that we have touched on not only ad nauseum on this show, but specifically last week. And I thought it would be great to kick off this week to watch that post-fight interview, the Octagon interview, not even the post-fight interview. He's still in the Octagon. This is with Joe Rogan. And then build upon some of the thoughts that Volk had post-fight. So my friends, Here is Alexander the Great Volkanovski after his post-fight, after his fight in the octagon, as he became once again the UFC's featherweight champion of the world.
Gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 49-46, and 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision. And new undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Alexander the Great
Alexander Volkanovski, you just became the first man over 35 in the lighter weight classes to ever win a world title. You were the undisputed featherweight champion once. You are now, once again, the undisputed featherweight champion. How good does this feel?
Oh, man. It's good to be back.
Yeah, Volk.
Man, I've never felt the love so much. Ah, man. Look, I was saying all week, even to the camera before I walked out, I said, you know, I promised my girls I'll bring the belt back to them. But then I was thinking, look, it doesn't matter about bringing the belt back. I think the message was, man, a lot of people counted me out, right? Coming off 2 knockout losses, the 35-year-old curse, 36 years old, big break, and come back and beat a gun like Diego Lopez, who come and bring it. Mate, it's good to be back for everyone watching. Hey, adversity is a privilege. You hear people talk about that all the time. It truly is. This moment is incredible. Izzy had a big moment here last time. I had a big moment. Shout out to Izzy. But hey, I love you all. I really appreciate you.
That is a beautiful statement, that adversity is a privilege. And to overcome adversity like this, please speak to us about what was it like to have those 2 knockout losses, to have the creeping doubts.
Well, it's an opportunity. You get adversity. If you build yourself back, it's only going to make you stronger, even if it doesn't work out. But a lot of times it does, if you really pursue it. And look what can happen. Break records. This people are going to write books about. This is going to be movies, you know what I mean? Like that type of that's what it's all about. Hey, Miami, I love ya!
Alexander, a truly spectacular performance. You look like the Alexander of old. You look like the world champion that you are. Congratulations, sir. It was an honor to call your fight, and it's a beautiful thing to see you once again as the world champion.
I think we're due for another podcast.
Let's do it, my brother.
Plenty to talk about.
Congratulations, sir. A shoe-in for the Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen, Alexander Volkanovski.
Alexander the Great. Shout out to the legend. And the key part that I want to touch on in there that he said, and even Joe said, that's a beautiful statement. Adversity is a privilege. Adversity is a privilege. What does that mean? Why is adversity a privilege? My friends, as I've said before, my quote, if adversity is in your life, you can make it your best friend if you realize it's simply there to help you learn and grow. If you have adversity in your life, it means you're going places. It means you have records to break, new mountains to climb, new peaks to summit. If you have adversity in your life, it means you have an opportunity, not an obstacle, to become the best version of you. People look at it as an obstacle, and that's why they stay the same version of themselves, when that simple mindset shift of this is not an obstacle, what can I do with this opportunity, takes them to the next level. When they inevitably hit a trial or tribulation, those who succeed in life are the ones who choose to view it as another chance at triumph. They choose to change the losses into a lesson. So what are you choosing to do when that adversity inevitably comes into your life? Do you view it as a privilege? See, most people, they don't. And I'll take it a step further. Pressure is a privilege. having the vices of life tighten down on you and feeling like the walls are closing in and you don't know what to do is a privilege. It's a privilege to get back out into the hallway to continue your journey. You could stay stuck in the same room your entire life and go nowhere and do nothing and become no better and listen to what others have told you and believe the lies of your past and believe that you can never make it to the next places. Or you can believe in you. Or you can believe that this pressure is a privilege. It's telling you that the next best version of you is knocking on the door. And all you got to do is walk through the door and get back into the hallway. And as you get into the hallway and you realize that there are no rewards, there are no products, your process is the product. It's not process over product. The process is the product. That's when things really start to click. That's when you start to fall in love with the process. You start to enjoy adversity. You become one with pressure. And if you don't ever do that, you never get the opportunity to reach the levels of life that you were destined for. You want to know the purpose of life? That's it right there. To continually improve and share your improvements with others around. And the beautiful part about pressure and adversity and all these trials and tribulations and losses and obstacles is exactly what Volk said. Sorry, I got a Matilda hair just bugging the shit out of me right now. Itching the front of my nose. Sorry. Had to get it. Volk said it. Even if the adversity comes into your life and you don't make it through the adversity, even if you fall flat on your face, I'd argue you still make it through the adversity. One way or another, you're still going to make it through. So regardless of if it turns out how you think it will or not, regardless of if you win the championship and they wrap the strap around your waist, you're going to still make it through. And if you at least make it through and learn the lesson and not focus on the loss, you're going to build yourself back better anyway, and you're going to get another opportunity. And that means you're going places. Once again, the adversity comes in your life because you're going places. And even a lot of times it doesn't work out, but a lot of times it will work out because you are going places. You may, just like Volk, get knocked out back-to-back 2 times in a row. Say, oh my gosh, my career's over. What am I doing? He could have packed it in. Over 35 years old, the first man in UFC history over 35 years old in the lighter weight classes to win a championship belt. Do you understand how many men have fought in that division over the last 3 decades? And he's the first to do it. And UFC was created in 1996. Like, do you understand how crazy that is? He could have packed it in. He had the strap wrapped around his waist. He was a champion. And then, unfortunately, he had to go through some adversity. He had to try, even though the result that he wanted, that he believed he deserved, didn't show up. He had to do it again, even though the result that he wanted was not in his grasp. And then one more time, he decided to show up. Decided to turn those failures. Hello, girl. Hi. Great to see you this morning. Great to see you. Jeepers creepers. Losing her mind down there this morning. Calm down. Jeepers. Rubbing me all over the place. Fucking screaming. Boy, oh boy. I'm losing my train of thought. The main point here is building yourself back. And like I was saying, he could have easily given up. Volk could have packed it in so simply. Could have said, forget this. I'm not putting myself in the bright lights anymore. Instead, he went into the dark. He worked on himself. He got better. He refined his technique. He saw areas of improvement. He didn't think, oh, I've been the champion before. I just need to wash, rinse, and repeat. Obviously, he lost the belt. He needed to find the ways to improve his game and get back to where he had been before. And that's why I love fighting. Because you can see these individual stories over and over and over again. You don't really see them in football and basketball and baseball and all these other sports. And I don't really even care about any other sports. This is about all I watch anymore. And it is just so powerful to see these guys who can be at the bottom of the bottom, have absolutely just lost it all. The money, the fame, the recognition, the belt, everything, and then get a brand new opportunity to try it all over again. It's so funny how even if it doesn't work out how you think it's going to work out, you still become a better version of you. You still reach that next level. Even if you don't get the reward you believe you deserved, you figure out how to get to that level. And all you have to do is then apply the things that you have already done and then exceed that level once more. And when it is your time to shine in the bright lights, it's your moment to hold that championship belt high above your head, you will. But you have to keep going down the path. We have to fall in love with adversity. And I put this quote out last week, and I'll leave you with this. And this is why adversity is such a privilege. Let me fall if I must fall. The one I will become shall catch me. You are becoming a better version of you. The old you is dying away. That is why it is so painful when adversity and pressure and all this stuff inevitably comes into your life, because it is killing an old version of you in order for you to break out of the cocoon you are currently in and become that beautiful butterfly. And inevitably, you're going to live that phase of life as that butterfly. Butterflies don't live very long, and then you're going to have to get back in another cocoon, the hallway. You're going to have to fall in love with the process once again. So why wouldn't you just fall in love with the process now? Why wouldn't you just realize that the process is the product now? Stop chasing after products. Stop chasing after rewards. Stop putting your attention on the things of this world and start putting your attention on the things outside of it. Who are you? What do you need? What makes you tick? Not what you want. What do you need? And we all have a purpose. We're all here. And if you look back over the duration of your life, you will see that all these little things have lined up and have made you become the version of you you are, because you are supposed to do something greater. Think about it. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. Think about this just for a moment, right? The disciples, they were fishermen. They simply were out in their boat casting nets, just catching fish, living life, doing whatever, no big deal, hanging out in the sun, Simon Peter getting that nice tan. And all of a sudden they hear, "Come follow me and I will make you fishers of men." And they decide to put down their worldly beliefs, their worldly needs, their worldly wants rather, and go after their needs. But isn't it interesting how in order to be fishers of men, they first had to be fishermen? It wasn't that God saw them as fishermen and said, "Oh, boom, there's my two. I can make them fishers of men." He made them fishermen, knew their story, knew his purpose, put them through the trial and the tribulation in order for them to triumph as fishers of men. And in my life, it was funny. This past weekend, me and my mom were going through some old pictures and some different stuff from 20 plus years ago. And I looked through a couple and I looked over and I said, "I was born to be an entertainer, huh?" And she just laughed. And there were so many pictures where I've never changed. I've just gotten better. There are so many little things that I can look back over my short time here on this floating rock or flat plane, whatever you want to view it as, that have challenged me, put me in trials, stuck me through the fire and flames, just so I had the opportunity to be here. And it is the exact same for each and every one of you listening to my voice or seeing my face this morning. Think about it. Think about all the adversities, all the trials, all the tribulations, all the times you casted that line, learning how to fish. Well, maybe it's your time to teach others how to fish. Bet you ain't never thought of it that way before, huh? So, my friends, realize that Adversity is a privilege. Pressure is a privilege. It means you're going places in this life. And the more of it you have, the further you're going to go. And the greater it is, the greater the blessings shall flow.
He's on fire!
Shout out to all you beautiful humming beings tuned in here to the show. Appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you. Hope you enjoyed that opening topic, problem or privilege. Adversity is a privilege, my friends. Appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you. Hope you got some good notes. Hope you got some good thoughts. I see the old chat popping off there this morning. Sorry about Matilda. Well, not sorry about Matilda. I mean, she was losing her mind down here, going in between my doggone legs, screaming like crazy. Oh, hey. Oh, Mom. Oh, when you know it. Look what she decided to bring me. Oh, look what she decided to bring me. Somebody found that old Aquapana top. Oh, Mama Capp lost about 5 of those this weekend.
Bruh.
And look who's bringing it to me. That's what she wanted. That's what she wanted. She wanted to tell me, hey, show Grandma I got her bottle cap. If she's still looking for it, I got it. That's what she was doing. That's what she was so concerned about. Doggone it. Sorry, Matilda. Shout out to you. I don't know wherever you went. She's probably mad at me now. Get out of here. What are you screaming so much for? Well, my friends, there you have your first segment of the day. Now it is time for your second segment of the day, where we welcome on some other high-level humming beings. We watch some clips. We gain some more perspective, and I dish out some initial. That's not a word. Combined additional and insights in the same word. Additional insights your way. So friends and family, if that sounds like something you could use, well, then strap in, tap in, lock in, don't go nowhere. Get yourself a fresh cup of Java, even maybe a fresh cup of water, whatever you need, as we get into your second segment of the day. Friends and family, it is officially time for your Reaction Refinery. Okie dokie artichokes. Here we are back live in prime time for your second segment of the day. Here on episode 708 of Forge and Fuel, baby. On this magnificent Monday, April the 14th, 2025. And we hope you're ready to keep coming alive because we got more vibes coming your way on this Reaction Refinery. As always, 1, 2, 3, and 4 clips here on the second segment this fine Monday morning. And without any further hesitation or delay, let's get right on into clip number 1. No one to shout out because it is not a clip of a high-level humming being. It is one of those Insta-Slam reels with some graphics and a little narration behind it. And this one here this morning, kicking us off on your Reaction Refinery, is entitled 5 Signs of Trauma.
Trauma that you didn't know are signs, so you think they're just part of your personality. First sign, you thank too much when someone is kind to you. That's because you're not used to someone doing something good for you. Second sign, you apologize even when you haven't done anything wrong. That's because you always got blamed, even when it wasn't your fault. Third sign, you think you can't remember your childhood. It's not because you're forgetful, but because your brain pushed those memories away to help you survive. Fourth sign, you can't really accept compliments. You think you're humble? No. It's because you don't believe those compliments. Fifth sign, you never ask for help, and it's hard for you to do it. It's because you're used to handling everything alone, as there was never someone you could rely on. Drop a 100 if you watched this far, as it shows you signs of trauma that you didn't know are signs, so you think they're just part of your personality. First sign, you thank too much when someone is kind to you. That's because you're not used to someone doing something good for you. Second sign, you apologize even when you haven't done anything wrong. That's because you always got blamed, even when it wasn't your fault. Third sign, you think you can't remember your childhood. It's not because you're forgetful, but because your brain pushed those memories away to help you survive. Fourth sign, you can't really accept compliments. You think you're humble? No. It's because you don't believe those compliments. Fifth sign, you never ask for help, and it's hard for you to do it. It's because you're used to handling everything alone, as there was never someone you could rely on. Drop a 100.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, first thought is this whole trauma shit. We got to stop saying it. We got to stop talking about our trauma and all of our past traumas and all of the things that have gone so wrong in our life. Oh, I remember this trauma and this trauma has made me this version of me and that. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody gives a damn about your trauma, and I'm sorry. But here's the thing. Either you can fix it, work on it, make it better, or you can keep telling everybody your old story and your past traumas. Or you can realize that they were a trauma, sit down with yourself, a notebook and a pen, and write it out. Get through it. Think in your mind by yourself. Why did this happen? What did this do to me? What bad habits do I have because of this trauma? And it might be number one. It might be number two. It might be number three. But I tell you this because I tell you I also struggle with these things. Number four, it's hard for me to take compliments. And I've realized prior to where I'm at in life and how I've started to grow and evolve, I didn't believe those compliments. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. I wasn't the best version of me. So when somebody would tell me I was this or was that, yeah, whatever, okay, for sure. And I thought I was being humble. I wasn't being humble. I didn't actually believe it. I didn't really, really, truly have faith in what people were saying. And now I stand tall with the knowledge that I can take compliments. That if somebody says it, they're not just blowing smoke up my ass. I guess that was part of the thing, you know, because I've seen it so much with this game. Oh, Capp, you're the greatest. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, you changed my life. And that same person just disappears. I never see them again. I never hear from them. It's happened over and over and over again. So that's why I've said, fuck your love, show me your loyalty. And that means more to me than anything. Whatever comment you could post, that's great. But you showing up every day, you tapping in, being part of the Diamond Ham fam, believing in me, applying the things that I say because it's worked in my life and you see it working in your life, that means more to me than any doggone compliment. But yes, I struggle with compliments for sure. And I also struggle with asking for help because of the exact same reason. It is hard for me to ask anyone for help because I've been burned over and over and over and over. This YouTube channel, if you're watching on YouTube, you can go back and watch the Door Show playlist and the people that I put on, the people that I put my name in front of, the projects that I invested in, the things that I gave away, and not a single one of those motherfuckers are here today. Not a single one. And yes, I said motherfuckers, not chicken suckers, because they don't care. It's all about them. It's all what can they get from me? How can I take this energy and use it to my benefit? No more. And you should feel the same way. Because if you don't, you're just going to get more and more fucking trauma. People are going to keep taking advantage of you. You're going to keep saying sorry when you didn't do anything wrong. You're going to keep overly thanking people because nobody ever did anything good for you. And you're going to live this shit-ass trauma-filled life. So either you can fix the trauma, figure it out, do your own work, or you can keep adding to the trauma. And I think maybe right there, we all had a group epiphany on why the world is the way it is. Because people want to play into their trauma instead of figuring out how to turn it into a triumph. People want to say, oh, this is the way my daddy always was, so this is the way I'm always going to be. This is what my mama always did, so this is what I'm going to always be. You know what? I guess that's a hell of a segue. into your second clip of the day, my friends. Because I could keep going down that rabbit hole, but I think I'll keep going down it here in just a moment. As we're joined by a young lady. Not sure what her name is, but boy, oh boy, has she got some perspective that's going to smack you square in the soul. Parents, I need you to hear this. And for those of you that aren't parents yet but want to be parents one day, I need you to hear this too. Loud and clear. My friends, this is entitled, What You Don't Deal With, They Will Have to.
You don't fight is the battle your kids are gonna fight. Let me just talk to the men in the room. Your inability to confront lust means your son's gonna have to fight that battle. Your inability to confront insecurity means your daughter's gonna have to fight that battle. Your inability to break the cycle of divorce and addiction off your family means your kids are gonna have to fight that battle. And I'm here to announce to you that it's time for you to begin to arise and fight. How many more generations is the enemy gonna take out in your family till you stand up and say enough is enough? The battle you don't fight is the battle your kids are gonna fight. Let me just talk to the men in the room. Your inability to confront lust means your son's gonna have to fight that battle. Your inability to confront insecurity means your daughter's gonna have to fight that battle. Your inability to break the cycle of divorce and addiction off your family means your kids are gonna have to fight that battle. And I'm here to announce to you that it's time for you to begin to arise and fight. How many more generations is the enemy gonna take out in your family till you stand up and say enough is enough?
How many more generations? How many more generations? You know why life feels so hard? Because you are the one that your bloodline has been waiting for. You are the one that is meant to break the generational curses, but you keep sliding down the mountain and say, because my daddy did this, I will always be this. Because my mom struggled with anger, I will always have anger issues. Because my dad struggled with lust and infidelity, I'm always going to struggle with that. Because divorce runs rampant throughout my family, I'm going to struggle with that. Because addiction is a thing that my family has seen over and over, I'm going to deal with that. I call bullshit. And I say, because of who I am, what I have the ability to do, I will not allow this to continue. I am in the business of breaking cycles. That's what a super soldier does. A super soldier is someone who does not continue to fall into the same past that their family has laid. That is true generational wealth. They say the buck stops here. And I'm telling you what, if you just sit back and think, kids, parents, whatever you are, think about it. The things you struggle with are the things that your parents didn't work on. Or parents vice versa. The things you see your kids dealing with, the insecurities, maybe you didn't work on your insecurities. And I think that's why we have such a problem in society, is because people do not break the chains and the cycles, and they bring their cycles to the lives of others. And then those cycles combine with other cycles, and then divorce happens. Addiction happens. Infidelity happens. You name the box, it fucking gets checked. Because people do not work on themselves. When a relationship inevitably ends, they don't step back and say, what part of that was mine? They say, oh, he's a fucking narcissist. Oh, she's just a slut. Instead of saying, what did I do? Why did the dish break because of me? I was at the party. I stood in the kitchen. Somehow this dish broke because of me. Not enough people do that. They say, fuck it. I'll just find another dish. Let me go right to the bar or to the club, hit a VIP section, hop on another disco stick, fucking slide into some fucking pool. Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter. And then, oh, well, I kind of like that. The sex was fun. It was a little, I guess I'll start dating her. That's kind of cool. I like having sex. And then all of a sudden, you're in this relationship you don't really like, but, oh, I probably should marry her. Oh, I probably should have kids. Oh, yeah, I think I've kind of worked on myself. Oh, she completes me. Oh, this is the best. And then 3 years later, it ends in divorce. And half your shit's gone. Your kids fucking hate you. And you don't know what to do with your life. It's because you didn't work on you. It's because you didn't take the time to fix you. And I argue that we should not bring children into this world until we've fixed our fucking selves. And I'm not saying you're ever going to be perfect. You're not ever going to be the ideal parent. You're not ever going to be the perfect son. You're not ever going to be the ideal human being. But you can get pretty damn close. You're going to miss the mark. You're going to sin and fall short of the glory of God. But you know what Jesus would do. You know how to live your life like he was sitting in the passenger seat, like he's walking side by side, like every room you walk in, you got to introduce him as your best friend. You know how you need to move. Nobody's ever going to be perfect, but you can get damn well close. And until you make the choice to deal with the things and the adversities and the shit that you go through, generations and generations and generations after you will deal with it too. So do you want to break the curse? Do you want to break the cycle? Or do you want to allow the enemy to keep control of your last name? I told you it was going to get hot up in here this morning. I told you this was all going to be. I told you now. Come on one time. Your third clip of the morning, my friends, features a young man with a shitload of thoughts. Actually, exactly on thoughts. And I actually referenced the first part of his quote last week, either Thursday or Friday, and now brought him onto the show, not realizing that there was a second part to the quote. So, my friends, this morning, is some simple perspective on thoughts.
There's nothing in this world that can hurt you as much as your thoughts. And there is nothing in this world that can heal you as much as your thoughts. Remember, there is nothing in this world that can hurt you as much as your thoughts. And there is nothing in this world that can heal you as much as your thoughts.
You control your brain does not control you. Get out of your own damn way. It's all in your head. Life is easy even when it's hard. It gets hard because we think about it too much. We allow the water to pile up on our back instead of letting it just roll off like we were a duck. Quack, quack. We don't wear this life like a loose garment. We bundle up all tight and bring the hood around and draw the drawstrings and, oh, I don't want to see this. Instead of just throwing on a shawl and walking tall and wearing this life loosely. There's nothing in this world that can hurt you as bad as your thoughts. Equally, nothing can heal you as well as your thoughts. So what do you want to think about? Where do you want to be? Do you want to work on these traumas? Do you want to face adversity? Do you want to utilize it as a privilege? You just want to keep being like everybody else and damaging your own life because you can't stop thinking. Maybe it comes down to just a little bit of discipline. A little bit of discipline to control that mind. Not allow it to control you. Some persistence to keep being the best version of you and keep going down the path, realizing the process is the product, and just having a little bit of gratitude at the fact you got to show up on that path another day. A little DPG, delusion, discipline. Well, discipline, delusion's good too. A little delusion that you're going to make it down that path, even though you haven't made it down that path. You're a millionaire. They just haven't cut you the check yet. There is no room for doubt. There is no room for fear. There is no room for plan B. It is this right here, right now. I believe. And that's all it takes, is just thinking positively, thinking things into existence. Your mind is the most powerful tool that you possess. And when you realize this, you will never think a negative thought again. Thinking is what gets us into trouble. Action is what allows us to accomplish. Oh boy. Hope you brought a fire extinguisher to the show, kids. The kid is on fire today. Ha! Your fourth and final clip of the morning, my friends, features a young man who we've had on this program a time or two before. And this time is actually live from one of his movies, a movie you have maybe or maybe not seen before. It is called Holy Man, and it stars the one and only Eddie Murphy. And Eddie joins us here this morning in a scene from that movie with a little perspective on what's the alternative.
Years. That's how much time you get if you're lucky. 75 years, 75 winters, 75 springtimes, 75 summers, and 75 autumns. When you look at it like that, it's not a lot of time, is it? Don't waste it. Get your head out of the rat race and forget about the superficial things that preoccupy your existence and get back to what's important now. Right now, this very second. And I'm not saying drop everything and let the world come to a grinding halt. I'm saying that you could become a seeker. You could be loving more. You could be taking some chances. You could be living more. You could be spending more time with your family. You could be getting in touch with the part of you that lives instead of fears. The part of you that loves instead of hates.
Give it to him again, Deez. That's hard. Come on. Fuck it. Give it to him again. Oh.
Years. That's how much time you... 75 years. That's how much time you get if you're lucky. 75 years, 75 winters, 75 springtimes, 75 summers, and 75 autumns. When you look at it like that, it's not a lot of time, is it? Don't waste it. Get your head out of the rat race and forget about the superficial things that preoccupy your existence and get back to what's important now. Right now, this very second. And I'm not saying drop everything and let the world come to a grinding halt. I'm saying that you could become a seeker. You could be loving more. You could be taking some chances. You could be living more. You could be spending more time with your family. You could be getting in touch with the part of you that lives instead of fears. The part of you that loves instead of hates.
I am telling you to drop everything and let the world come to a grinding halt. I am telling you to stop believing in everything that you've been told and taught. I am telling you to let all of that shit slip away, and through that, you will be able to love more, to do more, to be more, to seek more, to find the truth more, to spend more time with your family, to understand the real meaning of this life is not being in the rat race, trying to climb up the ladder and get more and more money. If you ain't got love and purpose and passion, none of that shit means anything. And I'm telling you what, my friends, right now is a time that you need to wake up. There is no such thing as red and blue. Government is a lie. It is all a made-up Ponzi scheme. And we waste our time and precious energy and attention so laser focused on it when I can guarantee you cannot tell me the last time that the government has knocked on your door and said, "Great morning, Mr. Smith. How you doing today? How can we help?" Never, not once. It is two wings of the same bird, and they literally have it just to create division, to create more issues, to create more bullshit. I literally heard about some people the other day. They got in an argument because one of them called him a dumb liberal, and the other one said, fuck you, and it all went like all crazy, and everybody lost their fucking minds. You are allowing a made-up system to dictate your arguments and the way you feel about another human being that eats, sleeps, and shits the same way that you do. But because you believe in some blue authority or your red ways are higher than their ways, you think you got some type of special power, some type of special ability. None of it fucking matters. The rat race is exactly what they want you to be in. Worried about what the X timeline says and what is Facebook saying. What's this news article? And instead of trying to find your purpose and your passion, instead of trying to laugh, cry, and think, instead of trying to become the best version of you, that takes mind power. That takes controlling your brain. But when your brain is controlled by a system, when your thoughts are dictated by a social media app or by some fucking celebrity, don't even believe me. Don't even trust me. I might have an ulterior motive. I don't, but don't even fucking trust me. Go research it yourself. Go apply it into your life and then see if I have an ulterior motive. See if any of the shit that I say on this show is to do anything for me or if it's to all do for thee. And maybe selfishly, I know through doing enough for others, eventually I'll get what I need. Not what I want, but what I need. That makes me feel fulfilled, that keeps me purpose-driven, that keeps me doing the right thing. I know what that looks like. And it's going to take a little bit of shekel, as everything does. I know what it is to be poor. I know what it looks like to have a little bit of shekel, not be rich. And I choose that rich every single time. And if you're fired up by these things, if you hear these messages, then stop living in the alternative. What's the alternative? Well, you can be negative as shit. You can drag your knuckles. You can think about your problems. You can not control your brain. You can talk about your traumas. You can not deal with the shits. You can choose not to be in the business of breaking cycles. You can not control your thoughts. You cannot do all of these things. And those 75 years, which some of you may even be halfway through those, maybe even less, maybe those are going to go real quick. And maybe, just maybe, that might be the opening topic of the morning tomorrow. The morrow. How do we spend our time? And why does life seem to be going so fast?
Bruh.
Who's to say, who's to know? But there are your 4 clips on the second segment of this fine morning show. What's the alternative? Some thoughts. What you don't deal with, they will have to. And 5 signs of trauma. My friends, I've been seeing the morning chat going and flowing all morning long. Shout out to all of you beautiful humming beings live in prime time. Now's the opportunity that we get to connect with you. So without any further ado, it's time to remove that third wall and dive straight in and see what you got to say, friends and family, as we get into your third and final segment of the day. You know what time it is. It's your Answers from the Anvil, baby. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beings, live in prime time, here on episode 708 of Forge and Fuel on this magnificent Monday morning. It is April the 14th, 2025, and we've been seeing you come alive over there in the live chat all morning long. We've been seeing them on YouTube, Rumble, and X, and if you're tuned in live right now and you haven't got that thing burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, out into the world, now is your opportunity to do so. As my friends, we get into your third segment of the day, officially, your Answers from the Anvil, only one way. DEEZYY, you know what to do, my guy. Who we got out there on this magnificent Monday? The one and only Anthony! Delta 24, GM peeps, we ready! We ready! We ready for y'all. Shout out, Anthony. We appreciate you. Hopefully that pickleball on Friday was solid for you and Uncle Walleye. Appreciate the both of you. Slugbug, our girl down there in the STL. Morning, y'all. Great morning to you, Slugbug. Appreciate you and the fam bam tuning in live in prime time this morning. Who else we got out there, D's? Our friends over at Radio Free Hub City Live, the legendary Mr. Ken Buckler, the beautiful Miss BB, and the magnificent Melissa Buckler. It's Monday. Have a fantastic week, all. Right back your way, Mr. Buckler. Appreciate the hell out of you. I'm going to be dropping you a line here sooner rather than later. Who's to say, who's to know? Been crossing some T's, dotting some I's. You're up on my list next. Who's to say, who's to know? Oh, it's the beautiful Bella Rossi tuning in live to the show. The one and only Mama Snow. Fantastic morning, everyone. Have a great day. You have a great day yourself, young lady. We appreciate the hell out of you. Appreciate the love and support, as always. Speaking of love and support, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jared Albright behind the Albright's Fur Farm account. Great morning, everyone. Great morning, Jared. Appreciate you tuning in as always. Hope you're having a great start to the day in OHIO, baby. Grammy P, the beautiful GP, GM family, best way to start your day here at FNF. Be kind and spread PLP. Peace, love, and positivity. Let's go. Shout out to you, Grammy P. Appreciate you tuning in. All your love and support here on the show. The one and only Miss Demetra. Great morning, fam. Blessings to everyone. Make today amazing and spread that light right back your way. Appreciate the vibes in the live chat. Shout out to you, D. You the bomb. Appreciate all your love and support. Mama Capp, marvelous Monday, FNF crew. Got my J&J ticket this weekend. She certainly did. Looking forward to spending time with the fam. Woo, shout out Mama Bear. Appreciate you. Had a great weekend with you. Thanks for all the conversation, all the good vibes. Much needed. Much needed. Got me going deep down inside. Shout out to you, Mama Bear. Mr. G. Lou in the building, and Mrs. G. Lou, how do you do? GM, great morning to the both of you. Hope you're having a solid start to the day. Mrs. Metal, one half of the Metal Crazes. Great morning, fam. Happy Monday. Today's reminder is to carry a heat that never hates. Carry a smile that never fades. Carry a touch that never hurts. Now go be great in their face on purpose. Good perspective, Mrs. Metal. Love the thoughts. Appreciate all your love and support. Always being live in prime time in the chat. YouTubebomb.com. The one and only Mr. Peguero, Angel SD. Great morning, FNF crew. Crush the day. Right back at you. Shout out, Mr. SD. We appreciate the hell out of you. Hopefully, I'm speaking it into existence. Not hopefully. Can't wait to see you at the end of June. Who's to say, who's to know? Our friends over at Radio Free Hub City Live, once again, I have a lot of trauma with the COVID vaccine. I talk about the results as a warning to others so it doesn't happen to anyone else. Let my lessons help you. Shout out, Ken. Appreciate the perspective on that. 150%. Definitely have given us some amazing perspective over your time with us here in the fam. JK, big time. You don't need a therapist to heal trauma. You just need honesty and true self-reflection. Traumas create patterns. See patterns. Make the shifts. Bingo! Ding, 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 ding. That right there is exactly what I was saying. Spot on. Shout out to you, Mr. Big Time. Appreciate you. Crush the day over there in our nation's capital, my man. Appreciate you. Mama Capp, I'll be lucky to have 30 more summers. Definitely puts things into perspective. Absolutely. That's why it was great spending some time with you this weekend. We ain't going to last forever, so we got to take the time and the moments and push the toes in the ground. Live this life one moment at a time a little bit more often. Shout out to you, Mama Bear. Our guy, Crypto Savage, GM from down south in GA. Oh, shit, I didn't know you were down south in Georgia. Oh, little Georgia shit. This is Masters Week, too. Or last week, this was Masters just passed. Or was it just? Yeah, it was just the Masters this past week. Georgia, sweet Georgia on my mind. Who's to know? Great week, fam. Shout out to you, Crypto Savage. We appreciate the hell out of you. Appreciate you being live in prime time. Shout out to all you beautiful human beings. Thanks for being in the live chat. Hoping that third segment of the day go and flow. Appreciate you sharing those good vibes with everybody on the opposite side and us here live in prime time. Well, my friends, that is your 1, 2, and 3 segments of the day. Time to give you a couple reminders and then wrap this bad boy up for the morning. If you don't know, you won't know. You might have saw a couple of comments in relation to it. Might have saw a couple people mentioning it. But my friends, the J&J weekend getaway is a full go. Grammy P in the building. Can't wait to meet everyone at the J&J weekend. Last year was great. So many lasting friendships. Get your ticket and come and share the marvelous time together and memories full. Shout out, GP. Appreciate you. You see it down there, my friends. The J&J weekend getaway, June 27th, 28th, 29th in Chicago, Illinois. It is in the North Shore, one of the nicest areas of the Chicagoland area, and we secured some prices like you ain't ever seen before. Get your spot secured today. Get yourself a ticket. Don't hesitate. Don't delay. And you might be thinking, well, what's included with said ticket? Well, it's an all-inclusive networking and entertainment event. So you're not just going to go and sit around a bunch of round tables and stare at a bunch of people and have some stupid conversations that you don't even want to have anyway. You're not going to go sit in a seminar and listen to some people that you don't even like talk about shit you don't care about anyway. No. why would I do the same thing that everybody else is doing? Why would we copy paste other networking events? Why wouldn't we do the exact opposite of whatever else everyone else is doing? So it is a full weekend of entertainment, of music, of games, of the adult variety, of pool parties, of so many good things. If you want to look up what's happening on the entire agenda for the J&J Weekend Getaway, you can find it on the Eventbrite, where you can also locate the tickets. That is found on the bio, or in the bio rather, the link in bio of the X and the Instagram account. And you can find that at the you can find that at the username. I totally just forgot the username. I made it simple. What the fuck? At JNJ_WG. J, the letter NJ_WG. J&J Weekend Getaway. You can follow it there. You can find the links in bio, or if you already have Eventbrite, you can go to Eventbrite and type in J&J_WG or J&J Weekend Getaway, and it will pop up right there for you. It is the 3rd annual J&J Weekend Getaway. If you want to be safe, secure, make sure that you are going to the right event, just go to the social media profiles, hit the Eventbrite link, and then go from there. The ticket includes access to all entertainment venues, VIP sections at all entertainment venues, food and drink, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, included at all entertainment venues, transportation to and from said entertainment venues, and access to the exclusive J&J Weekend Getaway hotel block that has rates you will not find in the North Shore. All of that for one ticket. So lock in and get ready to disconnect and indulge on what we have in store. So I'm going to tell you what, my friends. The 3rd annual J&J Weekend Getaway is not the one to miss, baby. I'm telling you what, if you miss year 2, hopefully you don't year 3. And we look forward to seeing you live in primetime June 27th, 28th, 29th in Chicago, Illinois, the North Shore, baby. The Diamond Hand Media Group's going to bring some vibes to the Windy City like they ain't never felt before. Woo! I'm juiced. I'm geeked. Hey, it's going to be here before you know it. I'm telling you what, April going to be pew, then all of a sudden May, pew, and then all of a sudden, pew, there goes June. God. And here we are. Don't hesitate, don't delay. Secure your spot today. Only 55 spots to the 3rd annual J&J Weekend Getaway. We keep it elite and exclusive, baby. We're going to keep growing as the years roll on. But this is what we're doing for the 3rd annual. If you're looking for the links to the J&J Weekend Getaway, or maybe to the Diamond Hand Media Group Gateway, which some people have also mentioned over there in the live chat, our all-in-one community and resource hub packed with benefits and perks to all who decide to embrace the Diamond Hand way. Start your journey and become a member of the Diamond Hand fam. Get a 7-day free trial before you lock in to see everything we can send your way. You can find the links to the Gateway, J&J Weekend Getaway, Mine and Shine Apparel, and many things also pertinent to the Diamond Hand Media Group. While you're laughing, down there looking at those links in this episode's description. And while you're doing so, maybe you could take a moment to smash the subscribe button, turn on a notification bell, maybe even hit a like button as well. What I'm trying to tell you is before we get out of here, maybe you could take a quick moment to smash the shit out of whatever button you see on your screen, as it only helps us continue to grow and flow and make this show and all the shows that fall under the Diamond Hand Media Group umbrella bigger and better for each and every one of you. Well, my friends, that's all we've got coming your way on this magnificent Monday. No other vibes, motivation, or inspiration, but it is recorded for your enjoyment if you do need to come back throughout the day. However, for right now, it's time to get on up and get on now. But before we do, a couple of things I'd appreciate it if you'd allow me to remind thee. Number one, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse. What? Number two, even a dead fish can go with the flow. What? And number 3, being at this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group. I ask you keep in mind at DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beings flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for spending your most valuable assets with us here on Forge and Fuel this morning, your time and your attention. You could have spent them a million and one other ways. And the fact that you chose to spend them here, we are forever grateful. We'll continue to pay back that investment to you, give you some high quality ROI by showing up each and every day on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours. My friends, it's time to make like a banana and split. Make like a tree and leaf. Make like geese and get the flock out. But not before we also remind you that you are kind, you are smart, you are important, and you are loved. Have a magnificent rest of your Monday morning until our paths cross again. And you know when they do, you know what the vibe shall be. But until then, friends and family, for Mr. Producer of this fine morning program, Derek DZ Snow, DEEZYY, my man, your guy, for yours truly, Colton Capp Sroka, we can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by and get your day crack-a-lacking the right way, baby. But officially, that's all we've got coming your way. And now is the time for us to say that we bid thee adieu. And we say unto you, peace and love.